What's up, guys? Engineering Aquariums, episode number 14. Your host, Sean. We're going to be talking about feeding your fish, and then also just some brief updates with my tank. I won't be giving an update at all for the next 2 weeks due to travels and work. I'll actually be away from the tank for a week and a half here. But I will be getting myces to put in my refrigerator and dose, like I've talked to you guys about. Yeah, so we'll talk about feeding. So obviously, if you want to go super high tech, you can put a doser with myces like I'm doing. Most people use frozen food. If you're going to use the frozen blocks, you should thaw them out in like a solo cup and then strain out the water, because all that water has just phosphates and nitrates built up in it. So you just want the food. If you go to Elite Reef, and well, they're now moving, so I don't actually know where they're going, but they do that for you. They take all these blocks and they cut them up really fine if you go for certain ones, or they take certain different types of food for their different types of food that they have, and they completely blend those up. That's what most people do, is frozen food. It's a great option. It'll get your fish what they need. It is kind of a pain to feed every day, but you just kind of get in the routine of dropping that in your tank or however you do it. Now, some emergency situation things. Always make sure you have some non-perishable food on hand. Flakes. Flakes are ideal. Anything that doesn't float, because with our surface skimming, it'll go straight in there, like just beeline from wherever you put in your tank. If your flow is set up correctly, it'll beeline straight into the filtration, and your fish won't get it. So you can turn off your pumps. That's one way to do it. The other way would be not use pellets. Some fish don't like pellets. My Potter's Angel won't eat a pellet to save his life, literally. But he has been, I can't tell if it's him, the lighting schedule, higher alkalinity, lower nutrients, or what, but my rocks are like not as brown anymore. I got rid of the stuff that, this name I should always look up before I start making videos, because I always forget when I start making the video. But anyway, it makes little bubbles. It's not detritus, it's not cyano, it's not green hair algae. So some like some super emergency things. I always keep nori on hand as well. Keep my angelfishes happy. Your clownfish won't really eat nori. They'll peck at it and then like not like it, and then spit it out, and then probably not try. Also, having some sort of meat in your house is always a good thing for any meat eating fish you have. Chicken works, beef. Fish is obviously better if you have that. If you're on a low end college budget and this is like super emergency like me, you can just grab some like hamburger. And I just pinned it here, and I had a little more, so you can put in your rocks. So that's kind of like the two main methods I would recommend. Would be either pin it in your rocks or pin it against your glass, and treat it kind of like the nori. They'll peck at it. It is a lot of food for them. This is a good way if you're just going out for like, I don't know, 3 days or something, and you just want to give your fish some food over the course of a period of time. Not a bad way to do this. Obviously you can get automatic feeders, but those really do work best and kind of only with pellets and or flakes. I still have not seen a way to feed frozen food to your tank automatically. If you came, I mean, I could definitely come up with a system. You would require like a freezer and like basically an ice chute. Yeah, I mean, like ice dispensers, you could treat them like ice cubes. If you have a really large tank, that could work. For something this small, that could be really dangerous. If you accidentally put, even 1 cube of food is too much for this tank. But yeah, so that's my spiel on food. Updates, Potter's Angelfish is in here. I don't know if I updated you guys on him. He's doing really well, picking on all the rocks, but it seems to be only picking on the rocks, so that's always good. My torch is out. I don't remember if I told you guys that either. He just wasn't doing well in the low alkalinity, which is why I'm raising right now, is to try to be able to keep some torches. He lost all of his tentacles, and he was basically just a shell. I don't know if they can survive from that. I might have looked it up, but he was a really small frag, and he really wasn't doing well. It always feels bad to let a coral go, but sometimes like sometimes it's just not worth it. Let's see, some of you guys might disagree. Put in the comments, tell me about it. This Tubbs Montipora is a little browned out, so I might increase the lighting a bit, but the Acra is still a little white on the side closest to the light, so I gotta figure out what's up with that. I might just move this whole rock is loose, the one that the Tubbs is on, so I might just move that over a bit and just see if he likes the higher light. This guy is super slowly growing onto the rock next to him. He actually has polyps attached, if you can kind of see that. My zoanthids are growing pretty quickly. The biggest grower though, my Xenia, started with 4 at 5 heads. So we've got a full another extension of him. Feels good. My arrow crab is just loving the hamburger, just sitting there. That's his. Arrow crabs are scavengers, so if they find food, they'll take all of it, or as much as they can fit in their grubby little hands and run. You'll see the same with your crabs if they get a hold of this nori. My water flow is pretty good, so it only brings it down a little bit once in a while, which I kind of do on purpose. If any of the crabs are like really starving, they'll just hang out under this and like grab it when it comes down. For the most part though, they're all doing fine. It's more for the angelfish. Yeah, so I know I kind of rambled. Everyone else is doing good. Beta fish is doing good. I'll be doing some water tests later today. Alkalinity is pretty stable, right around 8, which I like. I think I'm gonna try to keep it right around there. My snail's flipped over. I'll have to, jeez, a lot of these guys. Yeah, save your snails. Save the snails, guys. Yeah, engineer your aquarium for you. Keep doing what you do. Like this video, subscribe, comment, ask some questions, answer some questions. Let me know how your guys' tanks are doing. If you want to see anything special with my tank, if you want me to talk about anything in particular, I've definitely done the research on almost everything, so I can at least give my 2 cents on what I found, what I recommend. If not, I'll look it up before I do something, give you guys some good resources. Yeah, so thank you everyone once again for supporting me. Engineer your aquarium for you. That's why we're in this hobby. Peace.